in a close loss like this, how much do you look at the free throw line 9 a night?
Yeah, the free throws obviously hurt us, but as a coach, you don't really focus on that. You focus on the turnovers in the first half. I didn't feel like we really started playing until the second half, so I thought we lost the game in the first half, wasting a lot of possessions. And I give the Clippers a lot of credit. They forced turnovers. They're a great defensive team, and they got into us, and we finally got engaged in the second half and made our runs, but it wasn't enough.
As much as you, like you said, you maybe don't dissect the free throw issues, I mean, how big of a problem do you feel like it's becoming? Obviously, you entered the night last in the league.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think we entered the game dead last in free throws. We also entered the game 10-2, so they haven't hurt us until tonight. We've got to work on it. Obviously, we've got to, our guys have to get in the gym and find their rhythm, find their confidence from the line for sure.
You mentioned the turnovers. They've had 40 turnovers in 2 games against them this season. Yeah. What specifically about that defense, Tyler's defense, that makes it so hard to keep the ball against them?
Yeah, they have a lot of long, switchable guys, who can get into the ball. And so both games that we've played them, the turnovers have been the determining factor. Now, we got into them in the second half, and we turned them over, and all of a sudden, you look at the stats, we ended up with 19, they ended up with 20. We each gave up, 30, 31 points off those turnovers. So it was kind of a wild game. So neither team executed that well on offense, but both teams have good defenses too. So I thought the game for us was a good display of who we are. We're pretty gritty, pretty tough, battled back in a game we couldn't make a shot in the first half, gave ourselves a chance, and showed who we are, but it also showed where we have to get better. And I'm encouraged by that. Early in the season, you want to know who you are, but you also want room for growth. And I see both of those things. And so the growth is the offensive execution for sure.
They seem to really kind of be really aggressive in the passing lanes as well. I mean, how much can that affect possibly three-point shooting against them?
How much does that affect?
Like the three-point shooting, because it's been lower numbers three-point-wise, just them being really aggressive in the passing lanes. I mean, does that carry over to three-point shooting also?
Well, I think anytime you turn it over and you're not getting good offensive possessions, it impacts the shots. Even if you get an open one, it doesn't feel like you're in a good rhythm as a group, as a team. With that said, made 16 of them. So it wasn't, I don't look at the shooting. I don't look at even the free throws. I look at the turnovers in the first half that set the tone for the game.
In terms of playing with pace, are there challenges to getting out and running against a team like James Harden's teams that kind of play slow in the half court?
Yeah, for sure. Both games, I would guess that this was our second slowest game of the season, and our first was the first time we played the Clippers. So these have been the 2 slowest games we've played. So it is a challenge against these guys, the way they defend, the way that Harden dominates the ball and kind of controls the game. So that's something that we've got to account for. If the game is slow like that and you turn it over 19 times, it's going to be tough to win.
And you said you didn't feel like you really started playing until the second half. Is that an energy thing, an effort thing?
Decision. It's a decision-making sport, basketball. These guys are all world-class athletes. They're all skilled. But the number of decisions we made in the first half where we just dribbled into traffic, we threw passes that were ill-conceived. It's got to be, you have to be a good decision-making team unless you have overwhelming talent and you can just dominate teams with your skill. We're at a position now in our tenure as a team, this era that we're in. We can't do that anymore. We could do that 6, 7 years ago. So now we are a team that has to learn to execute under pressure because the league is good. Everybody's good. Everybody's playing fast, shooting a million threes. We're not, dramatically more talented than anybody else. With that said, I love our guys. I love our competitive desire. I love our defense. But we got to make better decisions.
What did you make of that last offensive sequence that you guys had?
Well, it was a scramble. We put Gary in there defensively to get the stop, and he got the steal, which was great. And then, we had the scramble. Steph got a look, looked like it was right there. And then with, I think, about 6, 7 seconds left, it was completely scattered. I was trying to call a timeout, but it's impossible to get one at that point from the other end of the floor. And as it was, we got a pretty good look. Gary put it right on the back rim. I'm proud of him for letting that thing go and rising up and really, putting a good stroke on it and just hit the back rim.
Brandon mentioned at shoot around that, through his struggles lately, he kind of sat down with you and Mike, and he's kind of, working through. I know he had a fatigue issue and being sick on the road, but also he seems to be working through some offensive.
Brandon?
Yeah, Brandon.
Yeah.
Where do you we talked about a little pregame the other day, but what are you seeing from him on the offensive end right now?
He's not shooting the ball with much confidence right now. I think that's obvious. This is part of being in the NBA, an 82-game season. Everybody goes through stretches where, you just don't quite feel it. The way he shot it, at the end of last year, all summer, watching him in camp, he's a really good shooter. So he'll find it. We've got to help him a little bit. But right now, he's just not in rhythm, not shooting it with confidence.
Hey, Coach. So is Curry on a minute restriction today, or is it like regular playing time? Because
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
yeah, is Curry on a minute restriction today, or he's like playing regular minute time?
I'm sorry, I still can't hear you.
Yeah,
Is
so
Curry
on a
what?
minute restriction today?
On a minutes restriction?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
no.
okay. And also, I kind of see you on the first half that you kind of getting an argument with the ref, like in the timeout. So can you explain what really going on?
I don't even remember. The refs did a great job tonight. There's always calls that we complain about and stuff, so I don't even remember. But no, they did a great job.
Steve, what were your initial impressions of the wall in this building?
Loved it. Reminds me of San Diego State. What's it called? Viejas Arena, I think. So I've been in that arena several times, and the Aztec student section is behind the rim going crazy, and it's really cool. It's a great touch and beautiful arena.
Could you sense to any degree how it impacts the game?
No, it doesn't. I mean, these guys are used to this kind of stuff, but it's a great atmosphere, and that's the main thing. Is you want a good vibe in any building you play in, and this is a great vibe here. Thank you.